let's talk about Fondora vacates the WBO belt. I think right before or ahead of the Xander Zayas purse bid, they lined him and Xander Zayas up. Wind blowing like a mug. They kind of feel good though, but they lined him and Xander Zayas up. They was taking pictures at Fondora last fight, like they was gonna make a fight. I don't know if Xander Zayas showed up himself, or PBC or Samson and them invited him, but they had no intentions on making a fight with Xander Zayas and Sebastian Fondora, another PBC special. And there's a couple things that's kind of go into this story, man. Let's talk about it. Call it a box rumor. But Lance Pugmire broke the rumor. Fondora and Tszyu is supposed to fight July 19th. Just put another fight in this summer at the T-Mobile Arena. Now, I don't know if they're going to be headlining it. I wouldn't pay pay-per-view for it, just to keep it real with you. But what happened to Tszyu and Keith Thurman? So, I don't know if, Keith wasn't interested or if Tim wasn't interested. I can't tell you that. But what I can say is this fight is premature. He get a win versus Joey Spencer. You come back in there with Fondora. They probably felt like they was beating Fondora the first time. But a Joey Spencer fight, what was it, 4 rounds? That's not enough to give somebody confidence back. I felt like he should have got in there, with somebody a little bit more durable. And like I said, I'm not mad at it, but because anybody, it ain't really no easy cherries to pick at 154 amongst the top 10 or 15 guys in the division. Ain't no easy pickings. Everybody can fight. Now, apparently Xander Zayas is going to fight the guy who beat Charles Conwell for the vacant WBO belt. And Conwell got hurt because Conwell was one step away from being in a world championship fight versus Xander Zayas. But, and I got a video about Conwell and De La Hoya coming. So I know that hurt for Conwell, but, everything happened for a reason. God's plans, everything happened for a reason. But, what if Conwell would have won that fight? Would they had... would he still would have got a title shot? I think that's worth saying. Who knows? They take care of their Hispanic fighters. So, who take care of the black fighters in boxing? Nobody. None of the sanctioned belt bodies take care of the black fighters. That's what I be saying, man. We support everybody else's causes, but nobody support our causes. But yeah, I mean, from a mentality standpoint of view, I don't know if Tszyu is ready to fight Fondora again. And Fondora last fight, who did he fight? He fought that brother. He was ass. So I don't know, to be honest with you, bro. I mean, it's a fight. Last fight, like Tszyu was gonna stop, but Tszyu should have got a Thurman type of fight in there. But Tszyu ain't moving the right way. They moving Tszyu too fast. They moving Tszyu entirely too fast. They should have let him come back, fight at Thurman, that type of opponent. Hold on. But yeah, like I continue to say, man, I think they moving Tszyu entirely too fast. He should have fought at Thurman and then possibly thought about fighting Fondora in the fall. To me, it just wasn't enough Joey Spencer wasn't enough of a sample size. But so be it. But Fondora ducking Xander Zayas, I don't know what it was about. I don't really hold Xander Zayas in that high standard. I don't think he that good. But what I will say, you turn down a Mexican and Puerto Rican fade. But I don't know if the Mexicans fuck with Fondora like that, because he mixed with Cuban or something. So I'm not sure they really fuck with Fondora like that. He don't really have a fan base. So maybe Top Rank was pushing for it to be on Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend. Maybe Top Rank had more money. They didn't want to send Fondora to Top Rank. I don't know what it was. But Fondora didn't duck Bud. He didn't duck Xander Zayas. Now gave up his belt. Like, what are they doing? In reality, that Xander Zayas fight might be more lucrative. Or, yeah, if they fight MSG, it's definitely more lucrative. And it's a more spotlight on it. Tszyu, I mean, And Xander Zayas, it ain't too much different in popularity in the United States, in my opinion. So I guess they've been being men of their word and giving Tszyu his rematch. But honestly, this is premature for Tszyu. I think it's a solid fight. But honestly, I mean, we could have lived without the fight. And then, you know, after the winner of this fight is supposed to be possibly fighting Jermell Charlo at some point. Charlo supposed to come back at the end of the summer. So the winner of this fight probably, you know, early next year is going to be fighting Jermell Charlo. A whole bunch of fights nobody asked for. If we being realistic about it, people want to see Fondora, Virgil Ortiz, Madrimov, Sebastian Fondora. When Bud give up that belt, we'll see. But that's what Virgil Ortiz is waiting on. He waiting on that WBA to be a vacant belt. That's 100% what he was waiting on. Was Virgil Ortiz to have that vacant belt, to get that, for, you know, Bud to vacate that belt, and Virgil Ortiz to get a vacant belt. But it don't surprise me. I mean, Fondora got to ask himself, who do he got his career? Who hands his career in? Because they're doing a horrible job. You know, your fan base ain't getting no bigger. Your popularity ain't popping. I mean, you fighting a whole bunch of fights that's getting you where. Fighting Tszyu again, and dropping your belt, where is it getting you? It's not getting you closer to pound for pound. You fighting a guy that lost 2 of his last 3 fucking fights. He won and 2 in his last 3 fights. They should have been pushing for that Virgil Ortiz fight. They should be pushing for the not Madrimov, but Mazaliav. They should be pushing for the Mazaliav fight. Those are the type of fights they should be pushing for to unify the division. He just here. Like his legend ain't getting no bigger. His popularity ain't getting no bigger. His name ain't getting no. What are they doing with Sebastian Fondora? All he known for is ducking and vacating. And getting knocked the fuck out by Brian Mendoza. Gotta ask yourself, what is the end game here? I mean, you fight Tszyu, you beat him, and he lost a fight after that. He come back versus Joy Spencer. I mean, I don't understand what they doing. I don't get it. What's the end game? If the end game ain't to pick up all the belts, you know, you fighting, you know, Sanders ass in Madison Square Garden. If Top Rank gonna put the money up, allow Top Rank to put the money up. PBC fighters been beat so bad in cross promotion fights, they fear it. They rather give up the belt. If you can't beat Xander Zayas, you don't deserve to be champion. And one would say he didn't deserve to be champion to begin with. He only became champion because Tszyu got cut. But Tszyu did bump his head against Fondora elbow. So they trying to dub this as some type of big summer fight. When in reality, Fondora and Xander Zayas will do more for Fondora's career, especially in MSG. So I mean, when I look at all this shit from PBC, man, they destroy careers. Ain't no way you can look at them and say this is the best career move for myself. They made this man look bad, lied about a broken nose. I mean, he could have fought Bud. And even if he got beat by Bud, he already lost and got knocked out before. You would have made a bunch of fucking money with Turkey Al-Sheikh. You would have formed a relationship with Turkey Al-Sheikh. You could have kept fighting under the banner and making a bunch of money. Now, you know, they trying to make this a big summer fight between Tszyu and Fondora. Nobody want to see that shit. That's a Texas fight. That's an Alamo Dome fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Behind the Alamo Dome type fight. Fondora is just letting them fuck his whole career up. That's all that's happening. And the end goal is to fight Jermell Charlo. For what? That nigga name ain't no good right now after doing the Running Man versus Canelo. The end game ain't to say, okay, let's fight Mazaliav. Let's make a big unification fight. No. Mazaliav working with Turkey Al-Sheikh and everybody saying no. And maybe to a certain extent, rightfully so. He stopped Tszyu with a bad hand. And Tszyu ain't calling for a rematch. He talking about with a 10-pound rehydration clause. Shut up, pussy. You did all that talking about how everybody was ducking. You duck Bud. I was the first to break that news. Fondora duck Bud. Everybody was talking about, well, Bud too small to be at 54, and then nobody signed the permission slip to fight that nigga. Mazaliav would have been the one to fight him. That's it. Now Mazaliev there, Virgil Ortiz quieter there than Oscar De La Hoya, you know, at a cocaine convention. All you hear is just, that's all you hear. You don't even hear that from De La Hoya. That nigga ain't letting nothing not touch the ground. Not a pixie of the devil's dandruff. But, like I said before, Fondora got to ask itself, who do he got his career in the hands of? Because they destroying it. So, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJGood313. Venmo, CJGood313. PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere from X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love, support. Join the Patreon. Check out the Free Gaming 9 channel. But check out the Box Room playlist for more videos like this. Peace.